Right folks, so this is where we are at right now. Just cleared a bit of a space down here. So the bed's in, mattress is on and cut, all done. So now we can sort of try and figure things out a bit more. So the kitchen area is going to be here. She's got this double sink. So it's going to be that around there. And then that's a cooker there. We've gone for a portable one rather than a fixed one. And then we're going to have like the workbench, and she can slot the cooker under the workbench. I think it'll be better to do it that way. So I'm just trying to figure out where to go now. Still need to cut through this bulkhead, so there's a doorway into the front. I'm just going to do it with tin snips, and we'll try to cut out this middle section. I've got some edging for it, and I'm going to insulate it and put an insulated curtain across there. And then this side here is going to be like a breakfast bar kind of thing. Comes to about there, give or take. So yeah, there's a lot of work to do. A lot of figuring out. Alright, making a start on the kitchen now. So the way I'm going to do it, similar to the bed, start with one beam screwed into the wall and then build off that. That's the idea, I think, anyway. Base to start from. I'll do the same thing again. Do a good wedge of screws going into this rib. Sorry, the camera work isn't amazing on this build. I'm trying to more just make sure I capture everything rather than capture it nicely. I mean, I'm doing my best. Pissing around with cameras takes a long time, and I want to get on with this. I probably should have pointed out at the start of this build, if I haven't said it already, you know, I'm no professional, as you can probably tell. I'm just a guy who's built a couple of vans and has some DIY experience. So take what I say with a pinch of salt, you know, do what works for you. These methods have worked for me, so that's why I'm using them again on Marie's van. But it doesn't mean to say that they'll work for you. And there's probably, you know, there's probably things that I'm not doing right. So, doing my best though. Right, so that's our backboard. So now we're going to build off of that with everything else. So it's going to have a plywood sheet out to about here or something. That's the sink, that's going to sit something like that. How's it going, everyone? So it's day 5 of the build. Skipped a little bit, didn't film everything because I've built this kitchen twice now, because apparently I'm not very accurate with getting things square. So it's not that easy in a van, to be honest. As some of you probably know. But I'm doing my best. So what we've got, I'll show you it in a second. Oh, this is the kitchen move. That's what I've gone for. Just very basically framed out at the minute, but you get the idea. So tanks are going to be under here, storage. This is going to be storage as well. I'm going to have two windows here, little porthole things, and a small cupboard along the top. So it's just basically stud worked out with a plywood top, and then this is flooring, laminate flooring. Gone for that for the actual work surface. Obviously I'm going to be cutting the sink in a minute. That's pretty much where we've got. The bed's all done. I think I showed you that yesterday. It's all built up. Now I'm just working on this kitchen area. So I'm going to get this sink cut in now. Do that. So that's the sink in. It's not fastened in properly yet, but just in enough so that we can see what we're working with. So if we get this bit of wood back up, so we just need it about there. So hold it there. Mm-hmm. If you push sort of up, it should stay. Okay?
I think so.
What you do, you get your finger like this onto the edge. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Oh, my arm's aching.
That's it.
What did you do? I don't understand.
It copies the wall.
Oh, that's smart. Somehow I don't think it's like that.
Yeah, it's a bit wonky. It's about there though. You get the angle of the wall.
Does it need to be exact though?
No, because we can put sealant.
Oh, a family of sealant in your home. Tubes everywhere.
What are you doing, everyone? So we skipped a little bit. Because this was a faff. So this is where we're at. Kitchen's on its way in. We've got laminate flooring as the worktop. We've got the overhead bit in. Having two porthole windows in here.
What about the herb garden?
Your herb garden.
Yes. I need.
So I'm just figuring out the under sink area now. On it. Oh, I've got some little windows to go in here. We can have a crack.
Crack cocaine.
So it's going to be something like that. One there. And one there. Don't know how they're going to work. Bit of an experiment. I've never used them before. cool.
Yeah, it does. Also, you might be able to make something on the other side. Like a little, again, I guess a block for you.
Exactly, I've already had that idea.
Yeah. Oh, fuck it. If it's that bad, we'll have to think about it. Could have electric blinds. It's raining, close all the windows.
Right, so what I'm going to do with these windows, I've just got it cut in so I can see like where it's going to go and everything. But obviously, because it's not going to work very well, because the opening, obviously you can't have that on the outside, because then you can't open it from inside, which is stupid. So what I'm going to do is reverse the way these work. So the thread, they're going to be attached to the outside, and there's going to be a threaded rod on each side coming through with these on the inside. So then you'll twist the knob from the inside and it'll push the window open. They're only going to crack like this, they're not going to go all the way, but it's better than nothing. I think that's the best way to do it, because obviously the wall's quite thick and it, you know, it's just not going to work. I think that's why people don't use them, because it's too much of a headache. But I reckon I can come up with something that will mean that it's sealed and you can open it from the inside like this. I'm going to need to figure it out, so I'm just going to leave it for now, get on with some other jobs. I just wanted to get one in so I can visualise it. Right, we're going to do the plumbing system now. Start with the waste. So what you're going to need, I just use these 25 litre containers. And the way we're going to do it is, you want one of these, which is a tank connector. This one's bigger than the one I used on mine, so I'm going to have to cut another hole in the top to feed it through, because it won't fit through the proper one. But I'll cut a hole here because then I can seal it up easier than if I cut this out big. So you're going to get that in first. I'll show you everything you need first. So you need one of them. You need a ball valve, a lever ball valve. This is what I use on mine. This is so that you can drop the grey from inside the van. Just a basic. This is all 22mm pipe, so see, it's just a lever with a ball in the middle, and that's how you drop it from the inside. You need a couple of 90-degree elbows. Obviously, your pipe to come out the bottom of the tank, and then your waste pipe from the sink as well. This is the tap that I used in mine. It's just a very basic. It's got a little switch inside the handle, so that turns it on. So that goes down one tube, which I'm going to use this stuff. Yeah, that fits. That's good. So that, from that into the fresh water tank, and then I use one of these Whale 12-volt pumps, and that's literally it. Nice and simple. And this just sits in the fresh tank, so keeps it all dead easy. So then that wire is in line with this pump, and that goes to the battery. So when you turn the tap, pump turns on, water goes into the sink, comes out the sink, down a 40mm pipe straight into this, and then you've got the ball valve at the bottom to drop it when you're over a drain. Yeah, obviously I'll show it all together. Right, so what you do here, similar to that with the heater, so you get a bit of string with something on the end that's not going to go through the hole, obviously. Thread that through like that. So that sits on there. And you're going to come to the other side, pop your string through there, like that. it is. Easy peasy. So you get the other side, thread that onto your wire. And then you can pull it tight so that you can get the thread in there like that. Hopefully there'll be enough grip with the rubber seal, which there is, for it to not spin. Yeah, it's going up nice and tight. Just give it a good like this. That's proper tight on there. You just get your where's the hole? That's and there we go, one tank with a connector on the bottom. So I just need to cover that hole up at the end and glue something over the top of it. Cool.
Is that the grater?
Yeah. Right folks, so this is what I've come up with. It's basically the same setup as mine. But I've not filmed. I skipped ahead a bit because it took me a while to figure it all out. So what we've got, very simple, grey tank, fresh tank. So your sink water goes through into the grey, and then underneath that you've got a valve, you've got a tank connector. It goes into an elbow, comes across here, and then goes into a ball valve so that you can drop the grey tank from inside the van without having to get out. It's not screwed in properly yet, but. And then the fresh is really easy. There's the little pump, so that sits inside the tank at the bottom like that. Goes up to the tap, which is a micro switch. And yeah, dead easy, dead straightforward. About as simple as it gets, really. So that's the plumbing sorted for now. I'll secure it all down properly when I'm 100% on the setup, but yeah, there you go. See, the sink isn't even fastened in properly yet. I still need to figure that out. But these portholes are going to be a job for the end. There's another one going here. But like I say, I need to figure out a mechanism. This is going to be on the outside. And then there's going to be something like this inside where you unscrew it and it just flaps it up a bit like that. So it's just going to be like a vent rather than a proper opening window, but it'll still be good and they look funky. So it should be pretty cool.